seeing images like this as a kid, not understanding that this was direct history, heritage, culture. And when I did understand, like years later, but the initial feeling was just a sense of like I had seen it before, like I had been there before or something. And I felt that as a child. Hey, this is your girl Egyptian with another episode of A Journey Come True, where dream chasers go to explore the passions in all they do. We are passionate professionals ready to serve you and live out our dreams, my dreams, in hopes to inspire you to do the same thing too. So, thank you for tuning in today. So today, I am going to be talking about why I've always wanted to go to Egypt. Egypt has been a place that I automatically just attached to. In the 6th grade, my first time ever learning about it. And maybe some people learned about Egypt way earlier than that, but it didn't hit our class until around 5th or 6th grade. And I remember opening our history books, and I remember seeing things like this image in the book for the first time, and then learning that this culture was attached to me. Like, I had no idea. And seeing images like this as a kid, I mean, it really intrigued me. And it was to such an extent that my 6th grade teacher, she challenged us to make a project. And the project had to consist of what we've learned, what we read, what we saw. So me, creative me, I kind of went overboard and I went and got, the big project boards. I got a green one because in my mind I'm like, okay, green, that I can use that as like, that will be eventually like the green grass. And I made a sky on the board and everything, drew pyramids. And then I went home and I literally took a Barbie doll, a male Barbie doll. I'm looking around. I took a male Barbie doll and I cut up some socks, and I wrapped the one of the male Barbie dolls, and he was my mummy, and I made this little box, his sarcophagus, and I put him in that. And this was the scene that I set in front of this green project board. And then I already had a Barbie doll, which I was looking around because y'all don't judge me, but I still have this Barbie doll. Okay. Hold on. So, this is her all those years ago. Still keep her after all these years. Disregard the tape. Let's just cover that part up. But yeah, this same Barbie doll. And I had another male Barbie doll who I put a skirt on. And she was the queen and he was the king. I had a little crown. And basically, I probably overdid it, but I just remember enjoying myself when I was literally just sitting there, just literally taking my time. Can I sit her here? Just taking my time, remembering everything that I learned once, and then able to kind of put it into reality for myself. So, long story short, kids started making fun of me. Oh, what you think, you Egyptian? Oh, what you think, you this? You know, kids can say the darndest things, and they probably would never even have a recollection of it. But for me, it was something that attached to me. And not only did it attach to me then, that same feeling that I remembered, those connections, that familiarity that I felt as I read through my 6th grade history book. This isn't it. I got this book from actually a thrift store for like $5. And it's brand new, like brand spanking new. Seeing images like this as a kid, not understanding that this was direct history, heritage, culture. And when I did understand, like, years later, but the initial feeling was just a sense of, like, I had seen it before, like I had been there before or something. And I felt that as a child. And no one in my life has ever shared this type of information at that age. Not my mom, not my dad, none of them. So, basically, you know, they started calling me, you know, Egyptian. And when I got older, I realized the power in that name, and that name became something that would be the trademark of my future, representing how far in life I want to go. And it's an analogy, but it's a reality too. The analogy is, since I'm not there yet, that is my way of remembering that that's where I want to go. So when I got to high school, college, I decided to keep that name, Egyptian. And Egyptian is a constant reminder. Every time one of my friends that got to know that person, got to know that newness, that person that understood, that was walking in her identity versus the identity given to me at birth, not even knowing my history at all, but that little piece of crumb from 6th grade that I decided by the time I got to college that I would keep that piece of information close to me. And not only would I keep it close to me, everybody that I encountered, when they call me that, it's a constant reminder of how I got to keep pushing, how I got to keep moving forward to get to the goal that I've been seeing since I was in 6th grade. And every time someone calls me that, it's a motivating factor for me. You know, it's like, okay, you respect where I'm coming, where I'm going, even though you don't know the story to why, you know, I am Egyptian, and this is my identity. This is what I have embraced and what I have considered to be the true me. Everybody comes into their own identity. Even it may not be you changing your name, but it may be you getting tattoos. It may be you getting piercings, how you wear your hair, how you dress. Whatever it is that expresses who you are, which is such a beautiful thing, because I love odd. And odd is like a peanut butter and banana sandwich, even though people eat that, but so many think that that's odd, because I think it's awesome. But yeah, so that's why my name is Egyptian, and Egyptian is so much, so embedded in me. It's in my DNA. Like, my mom doesn't understand it, but that's okay, because she now embraces it. You know, of course, my dad embraces it. Everybody embraces it, because that is who I walk in and what I've walked in, and that is who I am. And I don't accept anything else less. It's about respect. Now, you know, calling me by my first name, that's fine. That also dictates our relationship and how we met. You know, even if you extend it, or if you shorten it, then that allows me to understand our relationship and our closeness, or our just, you know, our beginning stages. But anyway, back to, you know, why I always wanted to go to Egypt, and I'm going to Egypt, y'all. And it's going to happen. It's going down. And I just say, come with me, because this journey has been very challenging. And I'm going to do another video on the steps you can take, or the steps you must take in order to get to wherever it is that you're trying to go. If you have a travel destination that is a dream for you, the steps that I feel that you should do first before you even buy your plane ticket. So I'm going to definitely do a video on that, and just this experience of it all. So I'll be posting from my laptop and my phone. I won't be here in my studio, but I'll be out in the world of studios, the studio world, the world studio. Love me, hate me, but you're gonna love me. So that's me. That's Lisha D, aka Egyptian, say Tony Visual Media, and 3D Inspiration. Get your 3D Inspiration glasses, y'all. To an everlasting